Kael didn't come back. Not the next day. Not the day after that. And the worst part was, he didn't even say goodbye. No message. No exclamation. Just silence. The courtyard felt different without him. Not peaceful. Not calm. Just empty. The kind of empty that lingers. That presses against your chest. Until breathing feels heavier than it should. Elaris stood in the same place he walked away from her. The same ground. The same moment. Replaying in her head. Over and over. Again. Her eyes stayed fixed ahead. As if staring long enough would somehow bring him back. He'll come back, she whispered. Softly. Almost like she was afraid. The truth would hear her. And prove her wrong. But this time, even she didn't believe it. She stayed longer than she should have. Long after the bell rang. Long after footsteps faded. Long after the courtyard emptied completely. Still, she didn't move. Because walking away meant accepting something she wasn't ready to face. That he might really be gone. And if she left, if she turned her back on that place, it would make it real. By the third day, the rumors started. They always did. They said Kael transferred. No. I heard he got into a fight. Someone said he just disappeared. Voices filled the hallways. Whispers that grew louder. With every passing hour. But none of them mattered. Because none of them knew the truth. They didn't see the way he looked before he left. They didn't hear the way he said, "I need to be alone." Not like it was a break. But like it was the end. Elaris sat in class. But she wasn't really there. The teacher spoke. Students laughed. Time moved forward. But she stayed stuck. In that one moment. That one sentence. That one look in his eyes. That she couldn't forget. He didn't leave because of school. He left because of them. That thought followed her. All the way home. It echoed in her mind. Until it became unbearable. And before she even realized it, she was standing in front of Mira's house. Her heart started racing. Her hand lifted, then stopped. She hesitated, because suddenly, this felt harder than anything else. Facing Mira meant facing the truth. Not the rumors. Not the guesses. The truth. She almost turned back. Once. Then again. Her chest tightened. With every second she stood there. But something inside her refused to let her run. So she knocked. The sound felt louder than it should have. Sharp. Final. And for a moment, there was nothing. Then the door opened. Slowly. Mira stood there. But she didn't look the same. There was no confidence in the way she held herself. No sharp edge in her eyes. No fire. Just exhaustion. The kind that doesn't come from lack of sleep, but from carrying too much. For too long. They stared at each other. Neither of them speaking. Because what could they even say? We both lost him. We both broke him. There were no easy words for that. You came, Mira said quietly. Elaris swallowed. I didn't know where else to go. And that was the truth. Not a defense. Not an excuse. Just honesty. Mira stepped aside. Come in. The room felt different. Quieter than expected. Empty in a way that felt unfamiliar. No music. No distractions. Just silence. Elaris sat down slowly. Her hands clenched together. In her lap. Her fingers tightening. Like she was holding herself together. I thought I won, she said. The words felt strange. Even as she said them. Mira let out a quiet, bitter laugh. I thought so too. And that was the moment. Everything shifted. Because they both realized it. At the same time. This was never about winning. Not really. Because in the end, neither of them had him. The silence that followed was heavy, but not empty. It was filled with something else. Understanding. Regret. Truth. Do you think he's okay? Elaris asked. Her voice softer now. Careful. Like she was afraid of the answer. Mira didn't respond immediately. She looked down. Her expression unreadable. For a moment. Then she spoke. He doesn't run unless he's already broken. The words landed hard, and she didn't stop there. And we pushed him there. There it was. The truth neither of them could avoid anymore. Elaris's throat tightened. Her eyes burned. I heard him, she whispered. Mira looked at her. Not with anger. Not with blame. Just honesty. So did I. And for the first time, neither of them argued. Neither of them defended themselves. Because there was nothing left to defend. Silence filled the room again. But this time, it didn't feel distant. It felt real. What do we do now? Elaris asked. The question felt small, compared to everything else. But it mattered. Mira shook her head slowly. We don't chase him. Elaris's chest tightened. Her breath caught. But what if he never comes back? Mira looked away. Her voice quieter now. Then we live with what we did. That answer didn't come with comfort. It didn't soften anything. It didn't offer hope. It just existed. Raw. Unavoidable. Days passed. Slowly. Each one feeling longer than the last. Then a week. Still nothing. No messages. No calls. No sign of him anywhere. It was like he erased himself. Completely. Like he never existed. In their world at all. But he did. And that was the problem. Because you can't forget someone who left a mark that deep. Then one evening, Elaris's phone lit up. Unknown number. Her heart stopped. Not slowed. Not skipped. Stopped. Her fingers hesitated. For just a second. Then she opened it. One line. Just one. I'm okay. No name. No explanation. No context. But she knew. It was him. Her hands started shaking. Her chest tightened. Her thoughts rushed all at once. She typed back immediately. Where are you? The message sent. Delivered. Seen. And then. Nothing. No reply. Seconds passed. Then minutes. Then more. Still nothing. Tears filled her eyes. Because somehow, that hurt more than silence ever did. At least before. There was nothing to hold on to. Now there was something. And it was just out of reach. The next day, she showed Mira. Mira stared at the message. For a long time. Longer than expected. Then she sighed. He's not coming back yet. Elaris frowned. How do you know? Mira's voice stayed calm. Because if he was ready. She paused. He wouldn't hide. The words made sense. Even if Elaris didn't want them to. She looked down. Her grip tightening on her phone. But he's alive, Mira added softly. Elaris looked up. And that means... Mira continued. There's still a chance. For the first time in days, hope didn't feel like a lie. It didn't feel strong. It didn't feel certain. But it was there. And sometimes, that was enough. Far away, Kael stood alone. On a quiet roadside. The sky stretched wide above him. The road empty in both directions. His phone rested in his hand. The screen still on. Messages still there. Ones he read, but couldn't answer. Names he recognized, but couldn't face. His grip tightened slightly. I'm not ready, he whispered. Not for them. Not for the past. Not for the weight of everything he left behind. He exhaled slowly, because walking away didn't erase anything. It just gave him space from it. But even then, even now, there was something he couldn't escape. He still cared. And no matter how far he went, no matter how long he stayed away, that feeling followed him. Quiet, persistent, unavoidable. He looked at his phone one last time. At the message he didn't reply to. Then he turned and walked again. But this time, it didn't feel like an ending. Because whether he wanted it or not, that feeling inside him was going to bring him back.